Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how we always keep our ears to the ground for exciting developments in the tech world? Well, this time we're diving into some really cool updates about PagesKit. You know, PagesKit, right? That platform for building websites without any coding. It's already pretty awesome with those blocklets. You know, they're like building blocks for your website, but they've just gotten even better, especially for those of you who want to create a website for a global audience. So think multilingual sites.
It's impressive how PagesKit just keeps evolving. This time around, they've really focused on making things easier for people who want to reach people who speak different languages. It used to be a real hassle, to manage translations for your website, but these updates really streamline the whole process.
So if I wanted my website to be accessible to people who speak, different languages, what's changed in PagesKit that would make that easier for me?
Well, first off, you can now manage all your translations directly within PagesKit. So you don't have to jump between different platforms or spreadsheets anymore. Everything's right there in a single interface. You can compare different language versions, track changes, and make sure everything's consistent.
That sounds like a huge time saver, but translating a whole website still seems pretty daunting, doesn't it?
That's where the AI magic comes in. PagesKit uses AI-powered translation to help you create content in multiple languages quickly. And it's not just about translating words, it also takes into account things like cultural nuances and context, so your message really resonates with your target audience in each language.
So it's not just like a word-for-word translation. It's actually trying to capture the meaning and the feeling of the original text.
That's exactly right. And there's also this really neat feature called attribute synchronization. Let's say you have some style-related attributes on your website, like font colors or button sizes, and you want these to be consistent across all language versions. In the past, you have to manually update these for each language, which could be a real pain.
Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for errors and headaches.
Well, now with attribute synchronization, those changes are automatically applied across all languages. So you save a ton of time and you eliminate potential inconsistencies.
That's brilliant. It's like having this little helper bot that makes sure everything looks and feels right, no matter what language someone's viewing your site in. What other user experience upgrades have they made?
They've also streamlined the publishing process. They've actually removed the staging step entirely. So now you can go straight from editing to publishing with just one click.
Wait, so no more previewing changes before they go live? That sounds a little risky.
Oh, you can still preview everything, don't worry. It's just that the process is much more streamlined. You edit your page, and when you're happy with the changes, you just hit publish, and boom, it's live. And they've also added this little reminder icon that pops up if you try to publish a page that hasn't been updated.
So no more accidentally publishing outdated content. I love those little details. It's like they're anticipating potential problems and giving you these little nudges to avoid them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just about avoiding mistakes. They've also made some subtle but important changes that just make the whole experience smoother. For instance, the default project name is now simply default project.
Okay, so why is that a big deal?
Well, it might seem like a small thing, but it actually makes a big difference in terms of clarity and organization, especially if you're working on multiple projects. They've also improved the page rendering performance.
So pages load faster. Why is that important?
It's crucial for user experience, Nobody wants to wait around for a slow website to load. Plus, it can affect your SEO rankings. Search engines like Google actually consider page speed as a ranking factor.
So a faster website means happier visitors and a better chance of showing up higher in search results. It's a win-win. What else have they improved?
Well, they've introduced a new section index, which makes navigating your content a lot easier, both for you as the builder and for your visitors. You can easily see the structure of your website and jump to different sections with ease.
So it's like having a table of contents for your website, making everything easier to find. It sounds like they've really put a lot of thought into making PagesKit even more intuitive and efficient. But what really sets it apart from other website builders? What makes it so unique?
Well, PagesKit has this really impressive blend of features. It's not just about being easy to use, but also about offering really advanced capabilities all within a user-friendly environment. For example, it's built on something called ArcBlock technology, which is all about decentralization.
Decentralization, that sounds kind of techy. What does that mean for someone like me who just wants to build a website?
Basically, it means that your website isn't dependent on any single company's servers. You know your data is yours, and you have complete control over it. This has huge implications for security and freedom.
So it's like having a website that's independent and self-sufficient. It's not beholden to any big tech platform.
Exactly. It's like having your own little corner of the internet where you make the rules. And beyond decentralization, PagesKit really embraces the power of AI. It's not just a feature, it's woven into the very fabric of the platform.
So we're not just talking about AI-powered translation, which is already pretty cool in itself, but something much deeper.
Right. You can ask the AI to generate content for you, suggest design elements, even help you optimize your website for search engines. It's like having a virtual assistant that's always there to help you create something amazing.
That's incredible. It feels like PagesKit is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with website creation. I'm eager to dive deeper into this whole AI integration thing.
Me too, and we'll definitely explore that in more detail. But before we do that, let's talk a bit more about what makes PagesKit so unique in terms of its composable expansion.
Composable expansion, that sounds intriguing. What exactly does that mean?
Well, remember those blocklets we talked about? Think of them as modules that you can easily snap together to build your website. And here's where it gets really interesting. There's this Embed component that lets you integrate practically anything into your site.
Anything. Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, you could embed a YouTube video, a Twitter feed, a Google map, even a custom application. The possibilities are pretty much limitless.
So it's like having this massive toolbox where you can just pull out any tool you need and integrate it seamlessly into your website.
Exactly, and that's why composable expansion is such a powerful concept. It gives you so much flexibility and control over how you build and design your website.
This is all incredibly exciting. But I think it's time we give our listeners a moment to catch their breath. We've covered a lot of ground already, from multilingual magic to AI-powered assistance.
You're right, we have. Let's take a pause and come back to delve a bit deeper into some of these fascinating aspects of PagesKit. We'll be back soon to unpack even more of its features and capabilities. Welcome back. So before the break, we were talking about that embed component and how it opens up a whole world of possibilities for website creation. You know, it really highlights the beauty of PagesKit's modular design.
Yeah, it's amazing to think you can integrate practically anything into your website. With just a few clips, it feels like PagesKit is breaking down those traditional barriers between different platforms and tools.
Exactly, and that's a key part of their philosophy. PagesKit is all about empowering users to create without limitations. And another way they do that is through real-time collaboration.
Ah, so we're finally getting to those collaborative features we talked about earlier. Tell me more about how that works in PagesKit.
Well, imagine you're working on a website with a team, maybe a designer, a writer, and a developer. With PagesKit, you can all work on the same project at the same time and see each other's changes in real time.
So no more emailing files back and forth. Or trying to merge different versions. That sounds like a dream for anyone who's ever collaborated on a website project.
It is, and to make collaboration even smoother, PagesKit has this really robust permission management system. You can control exactly who has access to what, so everyone can contribute without stepping on each other's toes.
That's crucial for any team project. You don't want someone accidentally deleting an entire second or changing something they shouldn't.
Absolutely. And it's not just about control and efficiency. Real-time collaboration also fosters creativity, you know? When you can see what others are working on and bounce ideas off each other instantly, it sparks new ideas and leads to better results.
It's like having a virtual brainstorming session where everyone's ideas can come together in this truly collaborative way. So we've talked about decentralization, AI integration, composable expansion, and real-time collaboration. What other tricks does PagesKit have up its sleeve?
Well, one aspect we haven't touched on yet is SEO, search engine optimization. It's essential for any website that wants to be found online.
Right? Because what's the point of building an amazing website if no one can find it?
Exactly. And PagesKit has got you covered on that front. It supports OpenGraph and SSR, which are both really important for good SEO.
Okay, I have to admit those terms sound a little bit like alphabet soup to me. Can you break them down for someone who's not an SEO expert?
Sure. So OpenGraph is basically a set of tags that control how your website looks when it's shared on social media. So when someone shares a link to your site on Facebook or Twitter, it appears with a nice image and a compelling description.
So it's like dressing up your website for a social media party.
Exactly. And SSR, or server-side rendering, is a technique that helps your website load faster and be more easily understood by search engines, which means you'll rank higher in search results, and more people will be able to find you.
So it's like giving your website a speed boost and a GPS system for search engines. I love how PagesKit takes these complex technical concepts and makes them accessible to everyone. It's like they've thought of everything.
They really have, and that's what makes PagesKit so special. It's not just a website builder, you know. It's a platform that empowers anyone, regardless of their technical skills, to create something amazing online.
Yeah, it's democratizing the web, giving everyone the tools to share their ideas, build communities, and make their mark on the digital world.
Precisely, and that's why I'm so excited about PagesKit. It represents a fundamental shift in how we think about website creation. It's no longer just for tech-savvy people. It's something that anyone can do.
Yeah, it's like opening the doors to this giant workshop and inviting everyone to come in and create. It's a powerful vision. But I'm curious, with all these amazing features and capabilities, what does the future hold for PagesKit?
That's a great question, and that's exactly what we'll be exploring in our final segment. We'll look at the broader implications of PagesKit's approach to website creation and how it might shape the future of the web itself.
Intriguing. I can't wait to dive into that discussion. But first, we need to give our listeners a moment to process all this amazing information. Stay tuned for the final part of our deep dive, where we'll explore the future of web creation and the exciting role that PagesKit might play in it. Welcome back. We've spent this whole deep dive exploring PagesKit, and I got to say I'm really impressed with how they've managed to combine power and simplicity.
It is pretty remarkable, isn't it? We've talked about everything from those no-code building blocks to the potential of AI integration. And it really seems like it's pointing to a future where website creation is just going to become more and more accessible and intuitive.
Yeah, it feels like PagesKit is really pushing the boundaries, not just in terms of features, but also like in terms of their whole philosophy, this whole idea of decentralization, giving users complete control over their data and content. That's a game changer.
It is. It really challenges the traditional model of those centralized platforms where users are often kind of at the mercy of, big corporations. With PagesKit, you're not just building a website, you're creating your own independent space online.
Yeah, it's like staking your claim in the digital frontier. But beyond the philosophical implications, what does this mean for like the average user? How does decentralization actually impact their experience?
Well, for one thing, it means increased security. Your website and all its data are distributed across a network, so it's much harder for hackers to target. And even if one part of the network goes down, your website will stay up and running. It's like having a built-in backup system.
That peace of mind is invaluable, especially if your website is like essential to your business or your creative work. No more worrying about sudden outages or data breaches. But I'm curious, with all this talk of AI and decentralization, what role does human creativity play in this new era of website creation?
That's a great question, and it's something that PagesKit actually addresses really well. While they offer all these powerful AI tools, it's ultimately up to the user to decide how they want to use them. The AI is there to assist, not to dictate. It's more like a creative partner than a replacement.
It's not about AI taking over. It's about AI augmenting human creativity, giving us these new tools and possibilities to explore.
Precisely. And that's what makes the future of web creation so exciting. With platforms like PagesKit, we're moving beyond the limitations of traditional coding and entering the world where anyone, no matter their technical background, can bring their vision to life online.
It's like we're all becoming digital architects, able to design and build our own unique spaces in this ever-expanding world of the internet. But with all this talk about the future, I think it's time we bring this deep dive back down to earth a little bit. And our listeners some practical takeaways. So what's the one thing you want them to remember about PagesKit?
Well, if you're looking for a website building platform that combines ease of use with powerful capabilities, PagesKit is definitely worth checking out. It's a glimpse into the future of web creation, a future where creativity, control, and collaboration are at the forefront.
And the future that's accessible to everyone. That's what makes PagesKit so exciting. It's not just about building websites, it's about empowering people to share their ideas, connect with others, and shape the digital world. So if you're ready to unleash your inner web creator, head over to PagesKit and start building. You might just surprise yourself with what you can achieve. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into the world of PagesKit. Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible online.